A new VW is here. Golf, the Volkswagen Compact. A lot of power, a lot of space, a lot of fun.
The Volkswagen Golf Mark I was first released in Europe in May 1974. Since the 50s, Volkswagen had been looking for a replacement for the Beetle, which started to struggle more and more in an innovative and competitive market. Giorgetto Giugiaro's design proved to become a huge success and saved Volkswagen from bankruptcy. In 1984, the Mark I Golf was replaced by Golf II, but this was not the case in South Africa. Introducing the Citi Golf. Having been fascinated with the story for years, I decided to track down John Lemon. He's an independent historian for Volkswagen South Africa, and back in 2009 he wrote a book about the Citi Golf. Head on over to our Instagram for a chance to win this book.
Look, Volkswagen South Africa were serious about getting a replacement for the Beetle, where sales were beginning to drop off fairly drastically. And they couldn't get Golfs because Europe and Volkswagen in Europe were just so inundated with production that they had no spare capacity to supply South Africa with the Golf, which they needed so badly to help them as well, because they were also in a bad financial position. And anyway, eventually, after 4 years, 1978, the Golf eventually came to South Africa and caused an enormous stir. In 1980, Peter Searle, MD of Volkswagen, began to realize that Golf 1 was not going to be around forever and was going to be replaced by Golf 2, which was much more expensive. So Volkswagen basically would lose their vehicle in the lower end of the market. So they needed a cheaper car to take that on. Peter Searle got his design department to design what would have become, if it had ever materialized, the Econo Golf. It was a cut-down Golf 1 with all the trim removed and chrome removed and all that sort of thing. And their new advertising agents, Wright, Searle, Tripp and Macon, they sent people. And one of the guys, Mel Miller, was horrified when he saw this Kalahari beige car. And his comments were, you cannot sell a good car with bad advertising or a bad car with good advertising. And that basically put the end to the Econo Golf story. Mel Miller remembered an ad campaign that he'd done for an opposition company to Volkswagen. And he'd taken the colours from the Muizenberg in Cape Town, little houses along the beachfront. And a lot of them were red, yellow and blue. And these bulbs, red, yellow and blue, went off in Mel Miller's head. And then somebody came up with the idea of putting the white panels on the doors and the white panel on the deck lid at the back of the car. Well, that transformed the look of the Golf, absolutely. Sales took off virtually right away. Oh, really, it was quite incredible how quickly it got to the top of the market. I mean, I can go right to the end and say that 500,000 Golfs, Golf 1 and Citi Golf, were produced. And Citi Golf was 277,000 of those 500,000. They laughed when somebody said, it's a new city car and it should outlast Golf 2. Well, it outlasted Golf 3, Golf 4, Golf 5, I think even Golf 6. As far as visual differences are concerned, there were some. like the hockey stick in the rear quarter panel, because the dies were wearing out and that panel was inclined to buckle a little bit. So they put the hockey stick in there to actually strengthen the panel. And then the front fenders were modified slightly down towards the front edge, and the grille slightly as well. And one of the big changes was the dashboard. Volkswagen here got their guys in the product development department to design a new dashboard. So they looked around and eventually found, it was either from the Skoda or one of the other Volkswagen Group cars, found a dashboard that could be modified to fit the Citi Golf. There were certainly some special models that came out, like the blues. You know, they made a special one for Billabong that came as a suggestion from one of the ladies. And then there was Bafana, and there were a lot more. The CTI, wow, yeah, was something really aimed at the younger guys who wanted some speed under their shoes. And it really, really grew from an 1100cc and a 1300cc engine to 1500, 1600, 1800, and the performance that went with it. So Golf just didn't stand still. The 2000s were quite hectic for Citi Golf for a number of reasons. These EU2 missions were coming into force, and they had to get Citi Golf into line, otherwise they had to withdraw it completely from the market. They got the problem sorted and Citi Golf carried on. But with exchange rates and spare parts becoming a problem, body panels, all that sort of thing, it eventually became necessary to discontinue Citi Golf. In August 2009, the last Citi Golf left the line. They wanted to build something very special for the last Citi Golfs. Two colours, a metallic blue and a dark black colour. And they would have special trim and special little badges and everything. They built 1,000, and each one was individually numbered from 1,000 down to number 1. They've got the last one. It did a whole tour around the whole country, and people signed on it, their names and little comments and so on. Well, it's just covered in colour, and the response it got from people all over the country was absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. Yeah, no, I play this game and I always try to guess how many Citi Golfs I'm going to see between the two destinations, or the one destination and where I left. And it often surprises me where I say, oh, okay, I'll see about 6, and then it works out at 10 or 12 or whatever. Quite unbelievable that there are so many around.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 14, 12.
Ons het about 92 square nodig. So kom ons maak het 40, dan kan ons einde 10 in.
I've seen any South African, any and all, driving Citi Golfs. So you can't pin the car down to one particular kind of owner. It's not like the Beetle, where people react when they see the Beetle shape. But a lot of people know the Citi Golf and know the red, yellow and blue ones and react to them. But the normal Citi Golf, like the Chicos or the Blues or whatever, people just take them as being normal motor cars, not anything special, you know. It'll change. It's changing already. It's changing already. Where people are loving their Citi Golfs. So, even after all these years.